Sales skills and marketing are going to become significantly more important. So just being the average agent who doesn't know what you're doing and just likes to open the door and show pretty houses, like that shit's not going to fly. You've got to actually be able to sell. Like you have a license, and majority of you guys, your license says what on it? What is the title? Salesperson. That's what we are. Whether we like it or not, we are salespeople. We need to hone in on our sales skills. We need to be able to crush our sales presentations. So you need to really nail down how to be a good salesperson. You need to put the effort in to role play and practice. I put that post up. It was a quote on a Peloton ride the other day, and it was, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. So what you practice is going to become permanent, and it's going to be what you do when you get on these calls. So a lot of you guys are like, just get on the role play to get credit for, you know, the huddle board and stuff like that. Don't do that. That's an opportunity to really, really fine tune your skills so that when you do get on the field, you know, or get in that appointment, you've got that skills. You know how to handle that objection. You know how to overcome that stuff. So really focus on your sales skills. Don't take that stuff lightly. Don't think that, you know, like it's been for a while, you open the door and people come in and they buy it. Like you're going to have to sell people on houses. You're going to have to sell them on why they should buy, why they should sell. So you need to put more effort. You need to double down on your sales skills as opposed to pumping the brakes. Plan's going to become a lot more important as well. So the fact that we have one of the most polished marketing plans in the industry is really going to help you guys out because most realtors don't have a marketing plan. No offense to any of the guests, but how many of you guys have a solid marketing plan that if I asked you to lay it out right now, you could? You do, you don't, you don't, you don't, right? So 3 of the 4 people in this room that are guests, this is your competition. They don't have a marketing plan. And you're not unique. 90% of realtors don't have a solid marketing plan where if you just asked them, show me your marketing plan right now, could. You guys are unique in the fact you have that. So you need to take advantage of that. You need to know your marketing plan inside and out so that when you do go against somebody who has no plan, you crush them. It's going to become a lot easier to do that because of what we've got. But same thing, you need the skills, you need to practice it so that you can deliver it in the right way to crush these people.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So one thing that I recognized, I submitted an offer over the weekend for a buyer, and I always call the listing agent and ask, you know, hey, what's the story? Why is the seller selling? What other offers do you have? What other offers have you had? I try to get as much information as I can and build rapport with that listing agent because I want to partner with them to get this deal put together. It's not them versus me. They have an objective of getting their client their goal. I have an objective of getting my client their goal. But that listing agent and I need to come together and work together to find a middle ground for it to be a win-win. And I could tell right away that she was very unfamiliar with having this conversation with another agent. So I was like, okay, so why are they looking to buy? And she was like, well, why do you need to know? Or why are they looking to sell? And she was like, why do you need to know? And I'm like, I'm just trying to find motivation. I'm going to put this offer together and I want to make it ironclad. I want to make sure that your seller wants to sell it to my buyer. And she was still a little sketchy about sharing. Then I was like, okay, cool. So do you have any other offers? Kind of a pause. And yeah, we have 2 other offers. And I'm like, oh, cool. Okay. You've been on the market for 37 days and just got 2 offers today? That's pretty cool. So now you're going to have 3 because we are going to give you an offer. So I don't expect you to tell me exactly what the price is, but where do I need to come in to be competitive? I don't want to come in and offend your seller, but I also want to make sure I'm protecting my buyer and we're not going to overpay for this. So in order for us to be competitive, where do we need to come in? Another long pause. Just go off the list price. Okay, are your other offers close or above list price? Just base it on list price. And I was like, okay, so who do you want to use for services? Another long pause, and she's just put seller to select. And I was like, okay, you have no idea how to negotiate. Got it. So we came in $15,000 under list price. She called me the following morning, and she was like, okay, so my seller will come down $6,000 from list price. And I'm like, well, what happened to your other 2 offers? They decided to go with other properties. And I was like, okay, never had any other offers. So long story short, we're still negotiating, but in this market, I think from my experience, a lot of these listing agents have never had to partner and truly negotiate an offer. Because in her opinion, she just wanted to leverage, well, I have other offers, so just bring your best one. It's like an arrogant standpoint. I'm not going to partner with you. I'm not going to collaborate. I'm going to tell you, I have the dominant position, so just give me all of your cards and we'll select from there. That's not the case anymore. Now we have to be the professional negotiator. We have to partner with that other agent, whether you're on the buy or the sell side. Partner with them and share a little bit, collaborate. Let them know, like, hey, we're on the same page here. I'm trying to sell the house, you guys are trying to buy the house, or vice versa, and just say, let's work together and make a deal, like figure this out together. And I think we're going to start getting a lot of wins for our clients if we take the lead role in starting that conversation. Because they're not going to be comfortable with it, but if you're initiating and pushing that on them, they're either going to have to jump on board and start negotiating, or they're going to be doing their client a disservice. So,
and just you might bring that up. That brings a good point. I think you're going to see more of being able to use that as a negotiation and work with, if you're representing the buyer, a seller to try to get your buyer like a quote unquote deal, or maybe just even if it's like $1,000 off, or even if it's at list price. That to some buyers that may be a deal. No more of this, highest and best, and I got to go against 10 offers, and who knows where the fuck those offers are at, and that is another, I think, advantage, is that we're going to actually be able to help our buyers and go, all right, what do you guys need to make this deal happen, as opposed to just throwing spaghetti on the wall and seeing what sticks and hoping you can get it.
It's important to understand this collaboration isn't you just dropping your pants going, look, my buyer's willing to pay this. Will you guys take that? No, because I still keep my fiduciary duty with my buyer. But I am going to tilt my hand a little and be like, look, I know we came in at 375, but if we come up a little bit, where's your seller willing to go? And if we do come up, let's play the game a little bit. Give us some closing costs. Let's make this a win-win for everybody. And that's kind of where we're at right now. But it's so important that we take the lead role in that negotiation, because I feel it puts us in the dominant position. It allows us to take control of what's happening. And it allows us to really control whether or not we're going to be giving our client what they're asking for, which is buying or selling said property.
And you no longer have to be scared about representing a buyer, maybe VA, that needs closing costs. You know what I mean? So, you don't have to give me a buyer.
But just keep this game of ping pong going. Thomas is loving it.
They might go back. No, but you can take on. I think we can open our, our repertoire of more buyers, representing people that need closing costs, which is nice.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is now, instead of there being one listing in a neighborhood and 5 offers on it, there's going to be 5 listings in a neighborhood for you to offer on. It's going to change significantly. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to crush it with buyers and now start bragging, I got my buyer this property 10,000 under list. Where what we've become accustomed to bragging about is, I sold this property for 10,000 over list. Now your brag points are going to be, you got it 10,000 under list. So your brag points are going to change a lot. If you can manage to sell shit 10,000 over list right now, you're doing a great job. Or you did a great job pricing the property to, get that kind of a reaction, which